Yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Counsel for the Rich only. Now, if you have not watched that Daniel Bwala's interview with Al Jazeera, go and watch it and come back. I cannot play most of the clips here so that they would not really ban me for reused content and all that. It's Al Jazeera now, so. But what I am trying to say is that to defend Nigeria's president, brother, to defend Nigeria's president is by far the most difficult job to do. To defend this Tinubu's government is the most difficult job to do. See how they were asking Daniel Bwala simple questions that he would have ordinarily, his answers would have been different. You that are watching me, if they ask you these questions, your answers would have been different from his own. Why? Because he's working for the government, and there is no how he would criticize the government on international TV. These are not national TV. These are international TV. Because if he does that, he would be queried, probably sacked. And where will his next meal come from? So it was a very difficult job for him. But I thank God that he did not bring his actual character. You know, when it is Nigerian journalists that are interviewing somebody like Daniel Bwala, he is usually, talking about respect. He's usually going against them word for word, giving them basketballs and all that. I thought he would do that there. He reached there, he became well-mannered. Very well-mannered. Is this Daniel Bwala? Very calm. And when we are talking about the disadvantages, or let's say when we are talking about the defects, we should also praise the good thing that he did. The only good thing that I know that he did there was to maintain composure even under pressure. But every other thing, he failed woefully. I am sorry. Yes, he was doing his job, defending his boss. No problem. Somebody that would be vexing for him for doing this would do much worse if you were in his position, because he is actually an aide to the president. Did you expect him to go there to be criticizing the president? No. But of course, if the president was doing well with most of his policies, it would have been easier to defend him. It's just like the aides of, let's say, if performing governor in Nigeria, that is governor of Abia State, his aides are finding the work very easy because they don't even need to reply to your opposition arguments. They will just tell you, when you say, Alex is not doing well, they will just send you pictures of roads and say, go and just go. Look at the road before, look at the roads now. Send you pictures of public schools. Look at the school before, look at the schools now. It's you now by yourself as the opposition that will be like, it's true, this guy is trying. But when opposition is coming against this Tinubu's government, how have you fared in insecurity in the country? Then it becomes a problem for the aides to say this is exactly how insecurity has reduced. This is exactly how Nigeria has become more secured. If they are talking about corruption, and you look at the corruption index that has ranked Nigeria amongst the top corrupt countries, how are the aides expected to defend that when you tell the aides, or when you tell the pressmen, as maybe the opposition, that Nigeria is a very just like Donald Trump called us, fantastically corrupt country? How do you expect the aides to defend this thing? It is usually very hard being an aide, especially in the media side. You are the media aide, or you are the presidential spokesman of an unperforming president. You will suffer. They were asking him questions, and he couldn't give very comprehensible answers. Okay, debt has increased from 8,700 before you people came into office. Now it is about 11,000 deaths. And you agree that it's awful. It is awful. And you are telling them that you are doing your best. The interviewer is asking you, it's still getting worse. Even when you are doing your best, it's getting worse. And you are saying you don't agree. You don't agree as to what? That it is not getting worse? Then the interviewer now gave him a context and say, how can you say it's not getting worse? I mean, you don't agree it's not getting worse, when the number of deaths in the preceding year is lower than the number of deaths in subsequent years? How do you defend that? Because these are facts, pure facts, looking at you in the face. And I say you don't agree. The sweet part of that interview was when the interviewer brought most of the words, most of the things that he said when he was in opposition, brought all of them and was dishing them out. And the way he was dishing them out, he was not really saying, you said this, what do you have to say now? No, he will ask, he will ask Daniel Bwala. You know, people have been saying that president is a corrupt person, that he diverted funds. Daniel Bwala will say, no, he didn't divert funds. Then the interviewer will ask him, what do you think about the people that say this? Daniel Bwala will answer, who are the people saying this? The interviewer says, you. You said it. Call the date. January 23rd, 2023. You said this. What will he do? He will deny. He denied almost everything that he said. And that is why what I don't like about this interview. I wish that this interview would have been in such a way that all these videos would have been brought and kept somewhere. So that anytime he denies, you just play it for him and say, who is that there? Is that your lookalike? Is that your twin? Let him now claim that it's AI. Because, you know, Nigerian politicians, they now claim everything is AI. Let him now claim it's AI. I wish every time he said, no, I did not say that. You now play it for him on the screen for everybody to see. Thank God there was crowd there for everybody to see. And when he sees himself, he will be more embarrassed. He was denying everything. Now, imagine somebody like Tinubu watching him. Did they think that he was doing well when he was denying most of the things that he said when he was in the opposition? Don't you think that Tinubu would be looking at him and saying, if this guy ever leaves my camp, he will deny everything that he has been saying? What is now the integrity there? How is his integrity being shown or defended? You don't stand by what you say. Ordinarily, if it was me, I would have said, of course, yes, I said those things, but probably I didn't mean them. I was only saying those things because of the kind of sentiments our Nigerian people have. So when you say most of these things, it's called propaganda, and propaganda is allowed in politics, as long as it is not going against their personal reputation. But of course, we have to still put a poke in their political reputation so that Nigerians will not vote for them because of the kind of sentimental voters we have in Nigeria. Very simple. You have answered that question. Why would you want to come and be denying what you have said? Yes, I said that, but I was in the opposition. And of course, even them, they've said worst when they were in the opposition. I mean, even Tinubu camp, they've said worst. So I was in the opposition, and opposition in growing democracy like Nigeria, where most of the times voting and elections are not based on manifesto, are not based on ideologies. There are so many sentimental voters there, and in order to get the sentiments of the people, you are supposed to poke a little bit on the political reputation of the... See, I am not feeling like I'm supposed to be a presidential spokesperson. But don't give me, don't look for me. I know as I'm talking now, you are looking for how to sack Daniel Bwala and come to carry me. Don't worry, I don't want. Leave me alone. Very simple questions. Anyway, there's no problem. I just hope people have watched it and you have seen how our politicians are. Daniel Bwala, I will say good job for maintaining your composure and not carrying that your behavior that I usually do in Arise TV to that place. Thank you very much for at least saving our face on that one. But you see other things that you did, no, but I will not blame you. I will blame your boss that did not do anything. I will blame him that has failed woefully in this country. But no problem. I wish other politicians from Nigeria will go to that place and face that hot seat small. It's alright. Keep watching. Please subscribe. I teach law and I do analysis of news, trending news. So thank you very much.